Okay, during this Revival Live 30-day challenge, Plan for Success, I'm sure you've had the questions of, well, how do I relaunch? How do I repurpose, rebrand and all of that? Well, this is what I want to talk to you about today, and we're going to jump right on in. There is one crucial thing you must do first. You cannot relaunch without doing this first. And you won't hear people say it all the time, but I'm here to tell you this is a crucial step, and it is the foundation to make sure that you come out more successful this time with this relaunch. Because, like, how do you relaunch a book? It's already out. People already got it out there. Baby, people revitalize their books all the time. And this time is going to be you, and you're going to be successful in how you do it. But here's the number one most crucial thing, and that's this. You have to assess what went wrong last time. You can't bypass it. You can't get around it. In the military, they call it an AAR. Whenever they go out and they do something, they always do an AAR after that. That is an after action review. They always do that process because they need to find out what worked, what didn't, and why it didn't work, and why did it work. So because it's important to know what did work, so you'll continue to do what it did, what worked. And then you find out what didn't work. So now you can, focus on, okay, well, I got to fix this. This didn't work. Why? You got to go in there and you got to do it. Okay. And so you're going to that's going to be some honest conversations. It's going to be rough. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at yourself as to why things have went, the way that they did. Okay. So that's one. Two, you go over how to correct what's wrong or what went wrong. That's important too. And two heads are better than one. Sometimes you can go in and you can figure it out yourself, but there may be some other people who can tell you what went wrong, why you can't do that no more. I've had people in my corner tell me, "Hey, you may not need to do it that way anymore. Hey, how about, I think as far as like when people would tell me, oh, well, that didn't work. You can't do that no more. Okay, but give me a solution. Don't just tell me what didn't work. And so you have to be careful about people who just tell you it didn't work. And you can't do that no more. Okay, well, what's a solution? Because if I can bring you a problem, then I have to have a solution. And that's one thing I try to do. If I have somebody to come to me and to tell me, hey, well, I want to do this and I want to do that. So, okay, well, hey, spell it out. Go X, A, B, C, F, A, B, C, D, D. I can talk, y'all. It's late. And I ain't going to lie to you. I'm a little tired. But I have promised myself, no matter what, that I'm going to do this content. So, but I say, okay, hey, lay it out from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What is, what's going on? Okay. Well, then I'm going to poke holes. I'm going to poke holes in it because you need to see, what could potentially go wrong with that. Okay. So now that's a problem. So what can you do? Because it has to be on you. What can you do to change this? Okay, because this is what I see. So I'm telling you, okay, well, you're going to have to do X, Y, and Z here, or you're going to do it because, with your customers, because if they just do get what you're talking about, it may not go over well. You have to add value into whatever you're doing. So I try to tell people whenever I blow a hole through what you're doing, it's not me just trying to throw a hole and be mean. No. Okay, now let's find a solution to this. Let's work on a solution. Okay, so here's some ideas. Here's some things you could do. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know what I'm saying? because I want you to not just start at the alphabet, but I want you to get to the end. And I want it, you know what I'm saying? I want you to be successful in what you're doing, because I just don't want you to do something and then it don't work and it's just another failed attempt or it's another failed project. No, I want you to work through that thing. Okay, so you have to find out a way to correct. What went wrong, what happened, right? And I'm looking at my notes so y'all see. Um, then you have to check industry updates and merge your vision. Because remember, this is a relaunch. So that means in between, I'm pretty sure it's been years since your last launch, since your book launch. So now you need to get caught up on maybe some trends. You need to get caught up on, if industry standards have changed. And you know what I'm saying? Like you want to know these things because now you can merge it with the vision that you have and make it better and make it up to date. Okay. Then you pray and you listen for instruction from the Lord. Go into prayer. We cannot do this thing without prayer. We move different. When as believers, when we are in the marketplace business, we move different. It can't be like everybody else. We don't function like that. God got to be the headliner. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the one over football. He's the one over basketball. Like I forget the GMs. I think that's what they call it. But at the end of the day, that's who God is, and we're just the players. We're the coaches. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta go to Him first, and we gotta listen to His instructions. All right. Also, there's wisdom in numbers. Ask 3 people to go over your plan and have them to sign a NDA if needed. Okay, because when you come up with ideas to help them, this is stuff coming for you. Or when you are sharing your plans and what you're trying to do, you don't want nobody taking your stuff and you don't want nobody talking about it before it actually happens. But you have them to blow a hole in your plans to find all the kinks so you can handle it before something goes wrong. Because we know, and here's the thing, something will always go wrong. But if you can minimize how much goes wrong, you're doing good. All right. So, and the last thing you want to do is carry it out with at least a 6-month plan or a year possible. And that's important too. Like I knew that there were some things I wanted to do this year, right? So I got, I was starting to, call people, say, hey, is this building available? Da 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 da. School. But then I went into prayer. Then God started to change my thoughts. He started to change my ideas, all of that, right? And so I backed up. Because I said I want to do things different. I don't want to have another event where nobody shows up. I don't want to have another event where all these things go wrong. I don't want to do it that way. Okay, so now I need to put a plan in place. I need to get this back office straight. I need to make sure I give it to more than one person, and so they can get eyes on it, so I can be successful in this thing. I gotta be successful. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, well, I won't be doing any events this year because not any in-person events anyway, because I want to make sure that I'm giving value and I'm receiving value. I'm receiving, the compensation and all of that of what I'm doing, because I want to make sure that I'm serving the people at a greater capacity. I want to make sure that I'm adding value to them. And I want to make sure that when they come to my events, that it's the talk of the town, that they get so much from it and that they want to come back and that they tell other people. That's how I'm moving now. I don't want to be like, I don't want to function that other way no more. So there's some plans that I had to put in place now to change that. And that's what I'm sharing with you. Because when I say watch and see how God do this thing with me, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. All right? God mean business and so do I. So these are some tips to help you. and I know that they're going to work. So get busy.